not getting a byline for your writing or losing credits for your work. That sounds dreadful, right? But what if I tell you you can get paid 20% more or sometimes even up to double of your normal writing rates for doing that? That's what ghostwriting is all about. Books, TV shows, music, and possibly even the Bible was collectively ghost written. It's all around us. Business owners, entrepreneurs, authors, all of these busy folks use ghost writers. As a freelance writer, you may ghost write blog posts for CEOs. You may also ghost write LinkedIn posts or social media posts. How much can you get paid? Well, $300 for a social media post is not uncommon. You can get paid even $1,000 or upwards of that for ghost writing blog posts in the B2B industry. As a book ghost writer, you can earn anywhere between $1,000 to $2,000 or more per 10,000 words. So here's how you become a ghost writer. First, let's look at why people hire ghostwriters in the first place. Well, people are busy. They have a business to run. They have multiple projects to manage. They have many books to write. They need your expertise. They need your help with writing, editing, content strategy maybe, or any other related things. And that's why they hire ghost writers, people who just get the money but not the credits for their work. Okay, so you're ready to become a ghost writer, but many people have concerns around it. So let's look at them one by one before I share the specific steps about ghost writing. Is ghostwriting for you? The number one thing that you need to evaluate: are you emotional? Do you really associate a lot of value with your work? Do you get sleepless nights because of feedback by other folks on your writing? Or just don't like the idea of somebody editing your writing and changing up stuff? Well, then ghostwriting may not be for you. People are going to get credits for it and they may change stuff as they want in your work. So, if you can dissociate with your work, then ghostwriting may be for you, else it's not. Can you adapt to different writing styles, tones, personalities? Well, if you have a certain kind of writing style, that's really nice. But as a ghostwriter, you will need to adapt to different kinds of writing, different kinds of personalities of people, because you're ghostwriting for them. You will need to function almost as a writing chameleon. Be ready for it. Number 3, is ghostwriting ethical? Well, this is not really a black or white discussion. It's a very gray area. In academic circles, ghostwriting is even considered plagiarism. People really look down upon it for the simple reason that research papers ghostwritten can actually affect people's well-being. I myself always feel that while I'm ghostwriting, I'm fooling the audience in some way. Because, a CEO is pretending that they're writing 5 blog posts and getting a lot of shit done in their work week while they're hiring ghostwriters like me. So I never have anybody ghost write for myself for the simple reason that I like to stay personally accountable to clients for the results for the writing that I am providing them. Any article that has appeared in my name or any ghost writing client I have served, all of those articles are written by me. But hey, ghostwriting is not illegal. It's perfectly legal. You will have a proper contract, which I will even provide a template for later in the video. So don't worry. Even if it might seem unethical, it's perfectly legal. A last concern I have for ghost writing: don't fall in the trap of doing it too much or doing it alone without any other writing services. I'm sharing this from my personal experience. I fell into the trap of ghost writing too much. I didn't have any space for other freelance writing clients and I became too comfortable. What that did was, it made my writing portfolio become stagnant. I didn't grow in my writing career. My writing clients were static and it didn't help me grow a lot. It was just a comfortable paycheck while it was there. So don't do it. Always have ghost writing clients in the mix. Just have 20 to 30% of ghostwriting clients maybe, and have other clients as well ongoing which publish your writing under your own name. Okay, so all of these concerns aside, ghostwriting is really well paying. That's what has led me to continue ghostwriting even though I have had concerns around it. It's just a nice recurring income. And once you're done ghost writing on a subject, you don't have to lift your finger. You don't have to promote the content. You don't have to do anything. That's really cool. And that nice recurring paycheck at the end of the month is just really nice. Okay, so now that you know that ghost writing is real, unlike ghosts, probably, It's time to get started with ghostwriting. Here's step number 1 on getting started with ghostwriting. Outline your ghostwriting processes and rates on your website, on your social media profiles, on your website, on your service page. Maybe even create a dedicated page and tell people that you are accepting ghostwriting clients. But wait a second, what if you don't have a website? That's the thing. Ghostwriting is something you should do once you have been freelance writing for a while. You have some bylines in your portfolio, you have some clients, or maybe you have written some books if you are ghostwriting books. The simple thing is ghostwriting requires a certain level of trust, and that can only come once you have a body of work to demonstrate your expertise and your skill set. So the first ghostwriting gig will come probably from your own network. You may reach out to clients and you may tell them that you're accepting ghostwriting gigs. Then maybe they will refer you to somebody. Or maybe you can reach out to successful freelance writers and tell them how inspiring they are, because you genuinely find them inspiring. And then maybe you can apprentice under them and even get their mentorship while ghost writing for their clients. Successful freelance writers subcontract their work to scale their business. So this can be an opportunity for you to come and get their mentorship and do some ghostwriting work for them. But that's not to say you cannot find ghostwriting gigs on job boards. I found my first ghostwriting client, which was my first big client, on the Pro Blogger job board. From the job post itself, it didn't seem very exciting. The company was not mentioned, and that's pretty common with such job posts because companies don't want to reveal that they are hiring ghostwriters to scale their content production. They want to publish under their own CEO's name. But you can still watch out for such ghostwriting gigs on job boards. And if that is not sufficient enough, you can still reach out to influencers. Tell them you're offering ghostwriting services and just share your portfolio with them. You can even cold pitch thought leaders in your industry or the content managers, CMOs and CEOs in the industry where you write. And maybe you will find a ghostwriting client right there. If you're starting as a book ghostwriter, I also recommend you to sign up on freelance marketplaces such as Ritzy. On the screen, you can see a book ghostwriter who earned over $50,000 on the platform. They charged about $2,000 or something per 10,000 words. Look at the writing experience they have. They have a lot of relevant books in their portfolio. Whether you are self-publishing, going the indie route or the traditional route, you definitely need to have writing experience even as a book ghostwriter to be able to get these ghostwriting book deals. Okay, so you got your first ghostwriting gig, but how do you set rates? How do you quote them? See, most ghostwriters charge more for their writing. Typically 20%, 25% more than your normal freelance writing rates. As a book ghostwriter, you can either charge upfront, which could be about even 2x of your normal writing rates, or you can charge 50% upfront and the rest could be royalties from your books. These commissions will come for about 2 to 3 years after your book is published. Okay, so you got a ghostwriting assignment, but how do you ghostwrite your first piece? Well, the thing is, you will need to collaborate with multiple stakeholders. Typically, it will be a process where you will either interview a CEO directly to take their opinion. If not the CEO, you may have the author who has a story idea, who has the character plots, but you have to take care of outlining the whole plot and writing the whole story. Or maybe you will need to write from scratch. It depends on the project. But a good client will always provide specific instructions and be willing to help you along the way. As a SEO ghost writer, you may need to just follow content briefs. There might be a writing style guideline that you will be given, and you will just need to follow the basic instructions, create an outline, or maybe the outline is given to you and just write the article under the CEO's name. Before you ghostwrite that piece, I recommend you to watch a few interviews of the CEO, of the author, or just read a few articles or books by them. Be careful not to read another ghostwritten piece to try to nail down their voice and their personality in your first ghostwritten piece. So quick tip before you begin ghost writing, have your contract in place. There will always be a ghost writing contract template available on freelance marketplaces like Ritzy, but if you are collaborating in an individual capacity with a client, then you will need a template. I have shared a template in the description below which you can use, but always hire local help on the top of this to ensure that it suits your preferences and needs. An interesting thing is you can share the ghostwriting pieces in your portfolio. Particularly in the B2B industry, it's pretty common for ghost writers to show their ghostwritten work in their portfolio, especially when they're dealing with new clients. As it's pretty common in the industry, it's not really frowned upon and the clients are also okay. Maybe you can put a line in your contract saying so, but hey, you still can't blast out and share stuff on social social media declaring that you have written a ghostwritten piece, because that will definitely not be acceptable to your clients. As a book ghostwriter, you may not be able to share the books that have been published, but again, the results from your ghostwriting gigs could be something that you can talk about, and that could be good social proof. You can always request your clients to at least share a testimonial that will be social proof of your ghostwritten work, and that would often be sufficient for prospects to hire you. And that's it. Ghostwriting is really a nice income stream for freelance writers. I recommend you to add it on the top of the freelance writing services you're offering right now, and don't let it be more than 20-30% of your income stream ideally. If you think that ghostwriting is not for you, then there are other kinds of writing. Here are the types of freelance writing that I recommend you to check out. If you're ghostwriting, your writing portfolio should not get stagnant. Here's a tutorial that I have created on expanding your writing portfolio, even if you're starting from scratch. What do you think about ghostwriting? Is there something else that I have missed out? Is there any question you have on ghostwriting before you begin? Let me know in the comments box below, and I'll be glad to help.